Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Sturge here, and the Town Hall 15 update is here, and I'm going to be doing a huge spending spree to see how much progress I can make with this update. I've been saving up a bunch of loot by filling up my storages and the season bank from the gold pass, but I also plan on getting a bunch of packs from the shop as well as the epic magic scenery. And we're going to start off by getting this $70 pack here with the 3 runes of each resource, and then we'll work our way over to the right side. And there we go. After buying the last thing, which is the new scenery, we're going to actually select that there, and it looks pretty cool. I do like the free skin we'll get at Town Hall 15, and we will actually upgrade the Town Hall now by switching over to the progress base that I made for my guide, which I have a link to in the description if you do want to use it. I will be following it mostly throughout the video, but I have a little bit of exceptions with the upgrades because I want to get the most out of the loot that I have, which you have over 50 million of each gold and elixir and 600,000 dark elixir. So it's upgraded using our gold to upgrade the Town Hall up to Town Hall 15, spending 14.4 million gold, getting new spell towers and the monolith, but we're skipping the 12 days as we have a book that we will use on this. So we'll get to Town Hall 15 for the first time ever. And there we go, we get the boost for the heroes, troops, resource, and the star bonus for the next 5 days. And we also get that free scenery, which I'll just leave because we don't really need to get that right now. And we have so many things that we have to upgrade, and we're actually going to start off by getting these 3 buildings like I said in the progress guide. And we'll start off with the clan castle. I did say to use a hammer on this one because it is one of the most expensive and takes the longest time at Town Hall 15. So we'll use a hammer on this to get that up to max level for Town Hall 15. Not too bad there. You want to get the lab upgraded, so I will be using the loot to upgrade it, but then using a book of building to finish this off to the max level as well, so we get the maximum level of troops for the next 5 days. And the last thing we're going to be doing for the most important upgrades for Town Hall 15 is the pet house, trying to get this up to level 8. And we'll start off by getting 15.8 million elixir put into this, and then using a book of building to get this up to level 5. I guess we'll continue on upgrading it. We have enough loot to get that up to level 6. And we'll use a book of everything there. We have a bunch of other books I will be buying from the trader with gems. We don't have enough for this here, but we are going to be using our league medal. Before we do that, we're going to head over to the clan castle and actually collect the gold, or actually the elixir that we get inside of there, and that should be enough. I'm pretty sure. Yep, just 600,000 more than we need to get this up to level 7 using another book of everything. And the last upgrade for the pet house will be using a hammer, as I have saved up here. I bought one in advance for every single type of hammer before the update, and we'll get that there and upgrade the new pet house up to level 8, getting the Phoenix unlocked, which is pretty cool. So now we have every single new pet unlocked on the Town Hall 15, and now we can work on other things around the base, basically the spell tower, barracks, and the siege workshop, because I want to get the new stuff and upgrade it up to its max level. And the first building I want to get up out of these 3 is the spell factory up to level 7. It costs 7.2 million, so we have to go over to the storages, I guess, and use one of our runes. We have a bunch. I think we have around 6 that we can use around the base here, so we'll get that. Wasted around 600,000, which isn't too much in my opinion. So now we can get the spell factory up to level 7, spending 7.2 million loot on that. And instead of using a book, it is the shortest amount of time of upgrade time for the Town Hall 15. So I will be just using gems on this one. It is only 1,000, so it is a lot, but we have 5,000 that we can be spending around the base here. So we'll get that up to its max level. And now we have 12.8 million elixir, which is actually enough to upgrade the barracks up to level 16 as well, unlocking that Electro Titan, which I think I will be using here in the next couple days for an episode inside of Legend League. Let me know if you want to see that. We upgrade that to its next level and using a book of everything on that to finish it off. And the last thing I want to get up to its max level, I will be using another book on this, is the workshop up to level 7. It is 15.2 million. We are at 800,000 on the storages right now, and I think I will be using another rune on this here to get that filled up once again, and then we'll upgrade the workshop up to its max level using another book of everything, getting that up there. So now we have basically every single army building I want to get done for today. We can now start working on the storages, the heroes, and stuff in the lab. We are going to be upgrading some of the army camps, maybe one of them at least, in today's video. I don't plan on doing a bunch of stuff like you see with the other big YouTubers that are doing spending sprees as well. But now we're going to head on to actually the Archer Queen, getting her up to max level, which I plan on basically just upgrading the Queen today, maybe 1 or 2 levels for the Royal Champ, so getting a decent amount of hero levels up. So we'll start by getting the Queen up to level 81, spending 267,000 Dark Elixir. We have around 7 to 9 Book of Heroes, so we have a bunch of them that we can be using around the base. Getting her up to level 82 now, it's 270,000 Dark Elixir, and then we'll use another Book of Heroes. We are at 62,000, so I gotta figure out how I'm going to save as much Dark Elixir as possible. We can use the Clan Castle loot that we have there. We also can be buying some of the stuff inside of the shop with Dark Elixir, using our raid medals on that, which I think I will be buying a little bit just to save on Dark Elixir. We'll buy about 3 or 4, I think. Yeah, we have to buy a little bit more with our Dark Elixir. We'll buy 2 more there. 187,000. How much does it cost? 270. We'll collect the treasury Dark Elixir there, 220. We'll see how much we need, around 50,000, so we'll do 2 more once again, and we are already at around halfway of our raid medals. We also have the Dark Elixir from the drills, and that is way more than what we need for the level 83 Archer Queen. We'll get her up there and use another Book of Heroes on this Queen, going up to level 84 now, which you can now use a rune of Dark Elixir, which I have a bunch of these as well. We'll get that maxed out, only wasting around 7,000, which isn't too much. And we'll head back over to the Queen, do the second last level for her at 276,000 Dark Elixir, using the last Book of Heroes on her there. And we have the last level for her going up to level 85 using a Hammer of Heroes. I have 2 of these saved up, like I said earlier in the video, and we'll get her up to the max level for Tunnel 15 at level 85. So once the hero boost ends, she will stay at level 85. Now that's pretty good. Now we have 73,000 Dark Elixir, and I want to get some of the pets up. But before we do that, I did forget to buy something inside of the shop, which is the Town Hall 15 pack, which allows me to get a maxed out spell tower and the level 1 monolith with a couple more books of everything and a rune of gold. So I will be getting this to get myself up further in the Town Hall 15. And there we go, getting that new pack for the Town Hall 15. We now unlocked the spell tower here, which is max level. So we can move this over to the max side of the base, move it right there, and we have the monolith, which we can place. We'll place it right about here in front of the Inferno Towers, since we are going to be upgrading that to max level later on in the video here. We'll be upgrading some stuff with gold, most likely the elixir storages, but I will be upgrading the Town Hall up to the next level at 8 million gold and letting it run for the entire week at 7 days, 4 hours. I will be having some builder potions, as I have, how many do I have? 31 in the magic items here. So I'll let this run for the rest of the video by using about 7 or 8 of these builder potions, letting that run for the rest of the video. And we have a bunch more upgrades I want to do. We'll actually use the last hero hammer on the Royal Champ by heading into the shop and buying that there. I have a bunch more league medals which I can be spending around the base. We'll upgrade the Royal Champ up to level 31. This is the last hero upgrade I will be using in today's video, getting that up to level 31. Yep, there we go, not too bad. The heroes are now done. Now I'm gonna wait and see what kind of stuff I can do, and I'll come back once I have a little bit of an idea what I want to upgrade next. Okay, so I somewhat figured out what I want to upgrade next. We want to upgrade some of the elixir storages using the gold that we haven't really been spending too much on today's video. So we get 2 of these up to the max level so we can get a little bit more capacity in the next 9 days, 14 hours. So we'll be letting these guys run throughout that time. Getting 2 more of these up, not too bad. The next thing I want to do is actually get enough elixir to upgrade the dark elixir storage. So we'll head over to the collectors, collect that. That is not enough just yet. We will collect the loot cart, and then we're gonna have to go over to the league shop and buy some more elixir from here. I think 1 is just enough. We are a little bit short. We have some in the gold pass, which I kind of forgot about. We had around 3 million in here, so we'll head all the way over to the left side, and I think there's 500,000 somewhere. I guess there's only 1 million that we have to collect here, so we'll collect that, and that is enough to upgrade the dark elixir storage, letting this run for the 12 days it takes to upgrade, and takes 10 million elixir to complete. Not too bad there. We have 2 builders left and a couple more upgrades I want to do. One is the army camp, and another is the monolith. I want to get this up to level 2. We are it does cost 288,000 dark elixir, and I am at 74, which I do have some more dark elixir in the gold pass, which I can collect. 20,000 there, and we have another 10,000 here, so that brings us up to 104. We're gonna have to get over back to the trader here and use basically the rest of our raid medals. I'm pretty sure this is costly with that there. We need 288,000 to get that up, so we'll do a couple more, and we are just shy. We're gonna have to use 1 more, I guess, which we are only at 500 left, which I could probably just use the rest of them on the research potions that I will be using inside of there later on in the video. And we'll just upgrade this now. We have enough, so we can get this up to the next level. It takes 15 days to complete, which I will be skipping with a book of everything, but getting that up to its max level, not too bad there with a book of everything. That is maxed out. We can now start working on other defenses now that is maxed out, but I have 1 more other defense that we still have to get, which I haven't gotten just yet. It is the other spell tower, which I haven't bought, and it is 11.2 million. So now we are a little bit shorter on the amount of gold we have in our storages, and we'll let that run. Or I have a book of everything that we can use, or actually I forgot about this, the book inside of the trader, which costs gems, 925. Is that cheaper than how much it costs to finish? Definitely it is about 600 gems, so we'll get this by using gems there. And we have a book of heroes, which I also want to buy, which you can't buy just yet because we haven't used the the hero books in the pet house. So we'll upgrade and finish this with a book, and then upgrade it once again, spending the rest of our gold on this here to unlock the poison spell, and then using another book of everything on this. We have 2.9 million elixir, or gold I mean. We need 14.4 to upgrade that to its max level, which I plan on doing for that there. We have some gold in here, which we will collect. Some gold in the gold pass, 2 million there. Another million somewhere else right here. We're at 12.5. We need another 2.5 million, I guess, to head it back into the league shop and buy that there. Plenty of gold to upgrade this spell tower, the second one, up to max level. It does take 14 days, and I will let that run throughout that upgrade. I will leave that there and move it over to the max side after the video. But the last upgrade I want to do for the buildings is the army camp, getting that up to level 12. We have almost 1 million in our storages, but I will be just using a rune on this here, getting that up to its max level. And it is costing us about 15.2 million elixir. Takes 12 days, which I will let run as well. So that is all these 6 builders now working around the base. We made a huge amount of progress on the Town Hall 15 in terms of buildings, but now we're going to move on to the last 2 things for today, which is the pet house and the laboratory. I will start off with the pet house, as we have not too many upgrades we want to do in here. The main thing I want to get going is getting the Phoenix up to level 5. It is 184,000 dark elixir to get that up, and we only have 17,000 right now, so we will be just using a rune of dark elixir to get that filled, and then heading back over to the pet shop, or the pet house, and we will buy this up to level 284,000, and it is only a 2-day upgrade, so I don't really want to use a book of heroes on this, but I want to get it up to level 5 as quickly as possible, so we'll just use that for the sake of the video. We will have to buy another little bit of gold or a dark elixir from the trader. We don't have enough to upgrade anymore, but I think that was enough to upgrade it to its max level. We are actually 1,000 off from actually getting that, so I'm not sure. I guess I have to spend gems. How much is that to spend it? 117. Well, I guess I have to do that just to get that going, and finishing off with a book of heroes. And then we'll head over to the dark elixir storage once again, filling it up, then heading back over to the pet house and continuing on upgrading this up to the max level, 200,000. And we are out of hero books. We have 2 more in this shot in the gold pass, which will be getting that there. How much is it to upgrade it to level 5? 208,000, and we only have 150,000. So I'm not too sure how I'm going to be getting that extra around 58,000 dark elixir. I have really nothing else to get going or in terms of dark elixir around here. I could do an attack or 2 attacks and get 22,000, but that still isn't enough. So I guess I could just honestly just waste the rune and get that there. I'm not too sure just yet. Now, I did some thinking on this, and I am not going to be using the rune wasting 150,000 dark elixir. I'll just start farming and get the pets up afterwards. I thought I could get the Phoenix up to level 5 and start working on the Diggy up to level 2, but I guess I didn't calculate things too much, and I can't get that up in this episode. So I guess we have to work on the laboratory, which is the final thing to get going and get some stuff actually upgraded in here. We have a ton of new upgrades, and we're going to start off by actually upgrading the Electro Titan up to level 2. It takes 14 days to finish and 15.6 million elixir, which we will be using a hammer on this here to finish that off. Heading back into the shop, buying another book or a hammer of fighting, and then upgrading that up to the max level at level 3, saving it around 16.4 million elixir and 14 days of upgrade time. Not too bad there. And we have 4.8 million elixir to upgrade the next troop, and I need to buy this around 4 times to have enough to actually upgrade the next thing. I think it's another one. Yeah, 1 more purchase of elixir, and that is basically perfect for what I want to get going here, which is the miners up to level 9, 14.8 million elixir, which is the exact amount basically that I have in the storages. And we use a book of fighting on this here to finish that off. We have 15,000 in the storages, which you will use a elixir rune again, filling all of that up. Heading back into the lab, and I will be upgrading the Electro Dragon up to level 6, 16 million elixir. I recommend using a hammer on this one, but I want to get this up to max level, and it is a pretty pricey cost at 16 million, but I will be using a book on this one here. We have 4 million now again, and I want to upgrade the recall spell up to level 2 at 6 million. So we just got to go to the elite shop once again, buy 1 of the 2.5 million elixir, and then upgrade this up to level 2, 6 million. And it is 9 days. I thought it was around like 10 to 11, but we'll just use the book of spells on that there to finish that off. And now we use 1 more rune. I'm not too sure how many we have left. Looks like we have 1 more, which is inside the gold pass. We have to work with what we have so far, and we'll be upgrading this up to the max level, the recall, or actually not the max level, the second last level at level 3, 11.2 million elixir, and then using a book of spells on that there, and then upgrading it to its max level with the hammer of spells. Taking off, how much are we taking off here with this recall spell? 14 days and 14 million elixir, not too bad. We have a few more upgrades I want to do. We have 8.8 million heading back into the elite shop. I don't really recommend upgrading or buying loot with your league medals. I recommend only buying hammers and maybe wall rings, which I will have to be upgrading some of the walls later on towards the end of the video. But our next thing we want to do is upgrade the heal spell up to level 9 at 13.6 million elixir. And we don't have a book right now, but we do probably have one inside of the gold pass. I think so. It's somewhere around here. Yep, there we go. That's right there. So we head it back in and finishes off for the last spell upgrade of the day. Actually, I lied. It is the poison spell, which is the last, which we will be heading back into the league shop and buying the final hammer of the day, which is the hammer of spells. Then upgrading the last spell of the day, which is the poison, going up to level, what is it, level 8 or something? I think it's level 8, level 9. And then we'll upgrade the last 2 things on the lab and for the day. Actually, we have 3 more things, which is the barbarians and archers, 2.7 million. I guess I could just use the rest of the medals on that there. That should be enough. 12.7. We're 100,000 shy, so I guess we'll just buy the last one. Actually, let me check if I have any loot in here. For elixir, we have 2 million, so it's a good thing I came in there and didn't buy more of that inside the league shop. We'll upgrade the archers up to level 11, 12.8 million elixir cost, and using a book of fighting on that there. 2 more upgrades. We are going to be using the last rune, which you have in the gold pass once again, heading all the way over to the left side where it is right here, and then using it and getting the last 2 upgrades going on the Town Hall 15. The first one is the Barbarians, going up to level 11 as well, 12.8 million. We don't have that there. I think what I want to do now is heading over to the trader and getting it with gems. The last book is inside the gold pass. Everything is inside of here, so we'll collect this as well. There it is. So we'll head back down to the laboratory, the second last upgrade of the day, and getting that done. The final one is going all the way over to the right side and upgrading the battle drill up to level 2 at 6.4 million elixir, and takes 18 days. 8 days. I will let that run through that there. We have almost 30 resource potions, so for the next around day or 2, I will be consistently going back on here and completing more upgrades. We gotta do around 9 of these lab potions to get this finished, and then I can upgrade something else. That should be enough to finish that off. But that is basically it for today. We did a ton of progress on the Town Hall 15, upgraded a ton of stuff in the lab, and almost upgraded 2 more levels with the pets, but I didn't calculate that too much. Hopefully you enjoyed today's spending spree. I know I did. It was a lot of fun for the first spending spree I did basically ever for this amount of money I spent. And if you want to see the upgrade guide I used for today, I'll have it linked on the screen now. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.